You gonna hit me again?
No, I'm not going to hit you again.
Welcome to Whiskey's a Journey. My name is Peter Fasciano.
And I'm Mary Bridget Fasciano, Peter's sister.
And today is the first Friday in September. And we're going to do a first Friday fight.
That's what I wanted to say.
Then go ahead and say it. We're doing a
first Friday fight. That's kind of a tongue twister.
A little bit. And this is going to be automatically included into the September giveaway. So if you feel like supporting the channel, you can donate any increment of $5. Just look at the description below. It gives you all the rules to the giveaway. Today, we are doing a pretty hefty 4-bottle flight here. So first off, Craigellachie 13. I paid $58.49. I do believe this is a 13-year-old matured in first fill bourbon. I am not exactly positive. I haven't looked anything up. I just got some of these bottles. So let us know in the comments down below if that is incorrect. They're all 46% ABV. They're all natural color, and they're all going to be non-chill filtered. So in one of these glasses is Craigellachie 13.
Oh, that's right. And we have the dark glasses because they're different colors.
And it'll be very apparent as soon as I get to the others. So the next one is going to be Craigellachie 13, and this one is going to be finished in Bas Armagnac casks. And I think that's a French brandy. I think that's a French brandy. And on the bottom of it, I paid, I want to say 60 something.
$79.99.
$79.99. And I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, if you were not familiar with where we're at.
Is there a reason you handed that to me?
Yeah, just so you feel like you're doing something. So here's the heft. So next one is going to be the Craigellachie 17. And I do believe this is in first fill X bourbon and first fill X sherry. And I paid
$179.99.
So $179.99. And I just picked this up about a week ago. So we have a little bit of airtime in the top of the bottle. So I think this might be a good representation of what they're going to taste like.
What does airtime mean?
Just like the neck pour, it just has a little bit of air in here to open it up a little bit more, a little oxidation happening. I don't know how much and how much that's going to actually matter. But so there's the 17 and then the 23. So the 23, I do believe, is matured in, again, X bourbon, first fill X bourbon, and first fill X sherry. I'm not exactly positive, but it's 23 years of age. Cover your ears.
I don't want to hear this, do I?
$429.99. All right.
I won't look at the bottom of the bottle.
So that's the flight that we're doing today. I don't have enough room here to do 8 glasses, so we are going to be sharing the glasses. We're going to run through. We're going to nose them and taste them, tell you what we think, and then we'll get them into a ranking order of some sort. We'll get off camera and ABBA compare them, and then come up with our favorites. So
I do have to admit, he brought these up to the house on Thursday, and so we did try them. So I'm just from a curiosity perspective, I'm curious to see like what I think of them this second run through and doing a blind, because when we did them, I liked them all. You and John kind of talked about what you liked the best, and I kept sitting there thinking, I don't know which one I liked the best. So this is going to be, I want to say amusing, but very educational for me, because I ended up not picking out, like in my head, I kind of thought maybe I knew which one I liked the best, but I didn't go back and retaste them like you guys did, because I had to work the next day. And so I just took quick tastes of them all. But, you know, I have to say, again, along my journey, and this is what happens in a journey, I kept saying, I don't think I like Irish whiskeys or Scotches. And I'm finding that I'm starting to find some that I do.
Yeah.
Like the last video that we did the red breast, what was it? The red
PX?
breast, the PX. And I really enjoyed that. And you brought these up to the house the other day. And these are what again? Are they Scotches or Irish?
These are Scotches, single malt Scotches.
Yeah. And I can't say I'm hating them anymore, which kind of excited about.
Yeah, and we have them marked on the bottom on.
Did you mix them up already?
Yeah, but if you want to mix them up again.
No, I trust
can.
you.
Okay. But I don't know if they trust me. Do you guys trust me?
You should trust
So
me.
I mixed them up. And again, we have them in the black Glencairns, because 2 of them are really dark, and 2 of them are pretty light.
And
now,
again, I feel like I can't smell them when they're in the black. It's like, what is that? Psychosomatic? Is that it's in my head.
Yeah.
The psychosomatic, the right word? That's going to bother me now.
So what the special thing with Craigellachie is they have warm tubs that they do their cooling. You know, the old time like bootleggers where they have the coils of copper tubing. So this is on a much larger scale, but they have those copper tubing, those bands or coils set in a tub of warmer water. So as it does its distillation and it goes through the copper tubing, it does the condensation. So it recondenses from the steam to the distillate. And with the more copper that they come in contact with, it gives us like this really gritty, metallic, copper, sulfur kind of edge to it. And from what I'm looking at or smelling in glass number 1 is slight, like a little bit slight sulfur, but there's definitely stone fruit. It's malt forward, and it's heavy with like a charred peach or a charred pineapple. That's what I get in glass number 1 with a little bit of a sulfur note to it.
Are you picking up sulfur on this one? Is there something?
Yeah, glass number 2 for me is not as vibrant on the nose.
What do you mean by vibrant? Because I did think that this smelled very different.
It smells different, but again, my analogy with like the volume knob, this is cranked up, it's turned up, and this is turned down. So
really,
I think the notes are jumping out of the glass here, and they're more subdued there. But they definitely smell different.
Like I would say this smells stronger in a way, but like this I would say smells fruity. This I would say is sweet, but it has an earthy scent to it as well.
I know one of them had kind of like, when we had these the other day, one of them had kind of a dirt, musty, mushroom, garlicky, kind of herbal, like backbone to it. I don't think I'm getting it in this one. But yeah, definitely stone fruit, peaches, not so much pineapple in this one. And again, it's toned down just a bit, but very malty. And I think the distillate or the spirit in both of them have a good, well-rounded notes to them. This one, glass number 3, smells very similar to glass number 2, I think. Or sorry, glass number 1. It has the pineapple, the grilled pineapple, the grilled peach, the malty note, the sweeter note, and again, it's the level of intensity is turned up in that. But all have that same malty note to it. So glass number 4.
That one definitely smells different.
Yeah, I think glass 2 and 4 smell similar, and glass 1 and 3 smell similar. So that's just on the nose alone. So let's go ahead and taste them and see where we're at as far as the palate goes. Yeah, just like I remembered, these are, or at least that one is good. Just the backbone of the distillate comes right through. It's meaty, it's hearty, it's a little sulfury.
It's peaty. It has.
Is it peaty or smoky?
Smoky.
So smokiness to that. I like that one. Quite a bit.
That's smoky.
Yeah, glass number 2. Yeah, just dialed down. Oh, I just got bubble gum. Yeah, I think that one.
I have a hard time differentiating between what, like a smoky flavor and a peat, like a peat flavor.
That's really good as well.
That's soft.
Yeah, softer than the first one, but still really good. And I think the fruity. I think glass number 2 seems to be fruitier than glass 1.
That surprises me on the taste because the smell does not match the taste. Like this one This one smelled sweet. This one had a different smell to it that smelled earthier to me. So the fact that I don't taste the earth in there, whereas I taste it in here, is surprising to me.
And then glass number 3, yeah, I want to say mushroomy. Mushroomy, earthy, gritty, malty. Not as much fruit in that as glass number 1 or 2, I think. That one is the most subdued, I believe, so far.
That's earthy.
That's, yeah. Still very good.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Still very good, but
it doesn't have the smoke flavor that one has. There's an aftertaste of.
That one's really good too. Holy cow. Can we just do 1 A, B, C, and D? And not put anything in second place? Those are all really good.
But they're different.
They are very different. I wouldn't say very different, but they are different. That one has a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of a sting to it that the others don't have. They're still well-rounded. I don't think there's anything sharp in any one of these, but I think there is maybe a tang to this one that's not in the other 3. I think my first time through, I have a pretty good idea of my order. So what we're going to do is, camera permitting, we're going to run through these. We'll talk a little bit about what we're getting and then get them ranked 4th to 1st.
I think yours are going to be exactly opposite of mine.
So we'll be right back. All right, we're back, and I think we have a decision, or at least I do.
I do.
Okay, let's go ahead, and since you're the guest, let's go ahead and
you want me to do first?
Reveal yours
Okay.
and what you like 4th to 1st.
4th to 1st?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4th was definitely glass number 1 because of that smokiness. I am just not there yet with my palate and enjoying that that smoky flavor. I think it's just too overpowering on my palate right now, and I can't taste anything underneath it, and it just kind of kills my palate for anything else.
Okay.
3 was the second one, which is the other one that I said was kind of earthy. I liked it. That acetone flavor for me was what did it in it. Like, I started out kind of enjoying it, that earthy flavor, that mushroom flavor, and then I got this aftertaste of acetone that just kind of killed it for me. So that would be 3rd place. My 2nd place was the last one. I enjoyed it. I said it was sweet, but it had a little bit of an earthy aftertaste. Now, I don't know if it was because of this. And I'm trying to figure out why. So glass number 2 was my first pick. I really enjoyed that. Loved the fruit flavors in it. It was a very easy sipper. I think I liked this better because this one. It was smoother than this one. Maybe, so it was smoother, and for me right now, it didn't change as much. So it didn't go from sweet to all of a sudden feeling earthy to me at the end, which is odd considering I tasted it right after I tasted something seriously smoky. But yeah, so this would be 1 for me, 2 for me, 3 for me, 4 for me.
Okay. Mine's pretty simple.
Can I guess?
Sure, if you want.
Is this your first place?
Yes. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
Oh, it's in that order.
It's in that order for me.
That's funny.
Yeah. So the smokiness that you got from glass 1 is the reason why this took this to my first place. But everything else was so minutely close that that's just my order. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
I would have figured this was your first. This would have been your second, your third, and your 4th. I figured you would have been exactly opposite
If
me.
this one had more of intense flavors instead of just being so soft, I think that would have been my 2nd place. But because it was really well-rounded and soft, it ended up being my 3rd, not my last. And then my last place, there's a bite to that one that put it in 4th place. So, all right, we ready to reveal?
Yeah.
again, since you're the guest, let's go ahead and
okay. Reveal my first place.
Reveal your first. Well, reveal your fourth place. We'll go
Smoky.
up.
Okay. I don't know how to do this without 13. It just says 13.
Okay, so 13 is just the normal standard 13. So the Craigellachie 13 was your last place. My first place.
Was this the first one we tasted?
This was because when we went up to the house, we tasted in order 13, the 13 Bas Armagnac, the 17, and then the 23 in that order. So
I don't believe you because I didn't get any.
I'm not lying.
I didn't get any smoke on the very first one we tasted on Thursday.
But that was a different day. It's every flight and every drink you have is dependent on the day, what you've had to drink, what you've had to eat, your mood. So this was her fourth place, my first place.
Okay, which I had said to him, I would be, well, I had said it to you guys too, that I would be interested in to see how it compared to what I thought I liked the other day. And I said to him while we were sipping these, I think the one that we tasted first at my house was the one that I liked the best. So that is shocking to me. I can't
I'm a little shocked too
I
that
can't
this
even
was
believe,
my first place.
I can't even believe that that's the first one we tasted at my house. Okay, so first, second. This is the other 13, the 13 BA.
So that was the 13-year-old, the Bas Armagnac, and that was my least favorite. So it had like some sort of bite to it that I didn't particularly like compared to the other three.
Okay.
Okay. So
and then my
fourth, your second.
So my third place was this one, which is 23.
Which is my third place also. So the 23 is the one that I said had the softest on the palate.
But I felt tasted mushroomy.
Yeah, and maybe that was the age coming through. So that's very, very interesting. That third place was the most expensive bottle, almost at $450.
Wait,
So, which means
my first place,
my second place,
which is 17.
Oh, that's right. It has to be. that's the only one.
It's a 17.
All right. So yeah, that's good that this. I had a feeling this was going to rank up there pretty high. I just didn't know how high it was going to be. So it was my second, your first. So overall, between the two of us, that ranked the highest.
So this was the third one we tasted.
Yes.
At the house yesterday, and this is the one that you guys all went back to. You and John.
We went back to
this one.
Yeah.
When we tasted them all, you guys decided to go back to and taste the third one that we tasted because you thought you liked it the best.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. Let us know in the comments down below if you've had any of these. Where does Craigellachie rank to you? And I got to tell you, the reason why I ended up getting the 17 and the 23 is because of the popularity of the 100th episode of the Sip It or Skip It with just the Craigellachie 13. So many people out there just rave about Craigellachie, and this proves why it is such a good flight. I can't remember the last time we had a lineup of this up at your house that every single one that we drank, we're like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh my gosh, this is so good. And by the time we finished the flight at the end of the night, just tasting each one of these, it was hands down one of the better tastings that we've done over the past maybe year and a half.
Yeah, and I even said to Peter when we were up there, I said, I need to start writing these down because I enjoyed these so much up at the house. I'm like, I need to start writing down the whiskeys when we taste them that I really like, so that when we're over at your house and we're sitting around drinking, or he wants to come up to my house, I can say, hey, bring, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm excited that there's actually scotches that I feel like I like, because they didn't typically have that Scotch flavor that a
developing palate.
Yeah.
It changes as you go, and you start to like things that you didn't like before, and things that you did like at the beginning kind of fall out of favor.
Yeah.
So that's where we have it for this first Friday Flight Fight. Again, if I haven't mentioned it, this is going to be automatically included into the September giveaway. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, just go ahead and check out the rules for that giveaway in the description. Sorry, Tony, we're not gonna blend these. So
especially after just batch shooting 3.
yeah. So wherever you're at in your journey, I hope you're enjoying it.
Because we are definitely enjoying ours.
And then we'll see you next week. Cheers. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. It's good to be back. Were you afraid I was going to hit you on the back? Make you spit at you?
starting to flinch. All right, we'll see you guys next week.